Okay, welcome to Spree School again for the Arabic classroom. And this time we're going to cover rotational symmetry. We're going to jump straight in, and it's very different to reflective symmetry, which we covered in an earlier tutorial. So rotational symmetry, let's start off by the easy level, if that's okay. So straight away we have a slightly different board. We've got 4 lines of symmetry, if you like, 4 quadrants. We've got a center point, and we've got an angle, a 90-degree angle here. We've got some pre-populated counters over here on this side, and then we've got some loose counters on this side. So obviously they need to be populated into these quadrants here. But to give us an idea of what's required, let's just click on the Show Me button here. Okay, so that rotates around to there and rotates around this center point here. Okay, so we get the idea that we need to populate these in a rotational manner. So we just click one of these guys here. So that line of there maps onto this line here. So that green one maps to there. So that green one should map up here. Yeah, and blue one, this blue one here maps to this one here, and then the red one there maps over to this guy here. Okay, and again, if we get one wrong, it just pops it straight back. So this green guy here goes into this. Got this other green one here, grabs over here, and then we got a blue one, pop it there, and then we got the red one. Okay, so we could have done it in 8 moves. That was the optimum moves. We did it in 9 moves. It took 1 minute and 13 seconds. I can try that again to improve that score or the time, or I can just try a new puzzle. And again, we notice that there's 3 colors on this and 1 shape, and I can refresh that as often as I like, and it is always different. That's because it's random. So let me just jump straight back out to the menu and go to the medium level. Okay, right. Okay, so similar to our reflective symmetry medium level, we've got an extra color in there. We've got 4 colors now, and we also have an extra shape. So we've got 2 shapes. We've got the squares, and we also have circles. So this is looking a little bit more complex now. So I gotta take this quadrant and rotate it around up to here, and then to there and to there. This is going to take a couple of minutes to do. So let me just try and map it out in my head. So this line here, blank, blue, green, red, goes to blank, blue, green, red. Okay, let's start with that one. Okay, so that blue one there maps up to this line here. The green guy here maps onto this one here. And then the red guy in the corner at the end goes onto that one there. Right, okay, that. And this one here maps onto there. Okay, so we need a green chip, and that maps onto there. And then we got a red one there, and that maps onto there. Okay, so then we got this 2 purple circles and a blue line, which should map across there. Okay, all rotating around the center point. Let me try and do this quickly. Okay, and then we got the red and the green here, which is a red one. So this line here maps up to this line here. And then we got a green one here, and that one there maps onto this. Okay, wow, that's a bit tricky, that one. Okay, so let's try and map this one here onto this one here. Okay, so the same blue, green, red goes to blue, green, red. So that blue to there, and we got the green one there, maps up to this one here, and then we take the red one there, maps up to this one here. We got our green circle here, maps to there, and you got your red circle there, maps to there, and then you got okay, so then you got this line here mapped to this line here. So blue square, purple there, down to here, purple to here, and then you got green and red. So green in the corner, and then the red in there. Not too shabby. Okay, you can see that this is rotating around the center point. It's beginning to become a pattern, a rotational pattern. Okay, let me just try and do. So we got this line here, blue, and we got the green, and we got the red. Okay. Then we got this line here, maps to this one. We got a green, then we got a red, and then we got a blue there. We got our 2 purple guys here. Okay, and then you can really see the rotational pattern around here. which wasn't obvious at the start, but once you're near completion, and you pop it there. Oh, look at that. 30 out of 30, no mistakes, and 2.5 minutes, sorry, just under 3 minutes to do it. So I could try that one again, try and speed it up, or I can try a new level. Again, it is random every time, so it is an infinite amount of puzzles. Okay, and let's just go straight to the hard level. Now this is a real brain twister. Okay, so like the reflective symmetry, we've got 5 shapes: triangles, pentagons, squares, circles, and hexagons. We've also got up to 5 colors. So we've got blues, purples, greens, reds, yellows. Okay, so let me just try and map this. I'm going to take these 3 guys here and map them into this quadrant here, and then what I might do is take these 4 guys here and map them into this quadrant, and then populate it around. That's probably the best way methodically to do it. So let's start off with the easy one here. This hexagon needs to go into this here. That one there maps down to this line here. Okay. Now, again, it is in the right position, but is it in the right orientation? If I move away, the first thing that happens is that it'll start pulsing. You see it flashing there, and a hint pops up indicating that you are in the correct position, but you're not in the right orientation. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to click it. Now, I can click this as often as I want. It doesn't default to being correct. I gotta make a judgment that that is in the correct position, and I do think if I rotate that around 90 degrees that that's in the right position. Yeah. Okay. So let me then try the triangle, and this is where it gets really tricky. So that line there, okay, maps to this line here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Again, it is. It's now pointing north, and it's rotatable. So the original one that I'm mapping against, okay, you see it's flashing now, was pointing south. If I rotate that around to there, that actually should be pointing west. That's the way I work it out. Now again, it doesn't tell me that I'm right until I move off, and I am right. Okay, so let's try this pentagon. The pentagon, in this blue pentagon in the corner, I think that's one there. To rotate around, so that goes into this corner here, and it's kind of has a point on it pointing north there. So if it's pointing north, it should probably point east if it rotates around for this. And again, I've got to move off to make sure I'm right. Yeah, okay, okay. So that's those 3 mapped into this. I'm going to try and work backwards here. We get these 4 guys into this quadrant here. So let me just think about this. This line here with the yellow and red maps onto this line here. Okay, and then we got a red one just underneath that. Okay, so let's just, then this line here maps on to this line here, which is a blue square, and that one there. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we got the hexagon here, which maps onto this one here. So let me just try and map that. So that's 1 down, so this should be 1 down. And is it in the right orientation? I think it should be, the point should be pointing up. Let me see. Okay, so that's a milestone there. We've got 1 quadrant complete. Okay, now we got to complete that for another 3 times. Okay, so let's start off with our purple guy in the middle to start on the next one here. This guy here maps onto there. Okay, so this line here maps there. Okay, so that's that done. And this line here maps up here. So I need a pentagon, a green pentagon. And let me just work this out. The original one. Okay, so it's in the right position automatically. That's great. That's handy. And then we got a triangle to sit there. Now this one here is pointing west, so this guy here should be pointing north. Okay, let me just make sure. And by default, I think it's in the right position as well. Great. Okay, so that's that line there, maps up to there. Then we've got our green pentagon and then our purple. So I think I'll do the easy one first. Okay. That one there. Yeah. And then so blue, purple, then green. Okay, so this green one here that I'm mapping against is pointing north, so it should be pointing east, I think. So, and I think that might be about right. Yeah. Okay. So now I have done this before. I've been playing it. We developed this, so I do know how to play it. So again, our hexagon is mapped against the one at the bottom here, and that one there has a flat top on it, so with a point going east and west. So this one should have a point going north and south. Okay, And let me see, and then the blue pentagon in the middle there, or at the corner, sorry. Again, this has a parallel and it's got a point going east, so that should be pointing south now, I think. And again, if I move off, it'll tell me, yeah, okay. So that's that quadrant done. So methodically, I'll try and speed it up now a little bit, okay? That one there. So that line there maps to this one here. So I've got a pentagon. Yeah, and then I got another pentagon. I think that's that one there. Then I got, so that line there, yellow, red. Boy, the non-rotatable shapes are so much easier when you've been doing them for a while. And then you've got the green and blue going to, I think that should be it. Then I'll be delighted if I get through this without making any mistakes. I got it. So I'm getting tired now. This should be pointing west, I think. Yeah. Okay, and I need to put a hexagon in there. And I think that's right. And I think that's it then. Okay, so let's just finish this off. We've got 2 green pentagons to put in here. And the first one, yeah, and then this guy here, and he should be pointing west, I think. Oh, overshot the mark. There we go. Okay, and then we've got it. Oh, where's the yellow? Okay, well, maybe I'll put the red one in first. So, that red one goes there. Purple. Where's the purple go? I didn't even know there was a circle there. Actually, I've missed that. Okay, so that purple one goes there. Alright, okay, I completely missed that. So I've got to retrofit that back in. And that one there. Wow, I missed that. Okay, so let me see the yellow one. So that line there goes to this line here. Okay, then we got yellow, red, purple square, hexagon. Hexagon goes in there, and pointing north and south. Yeah, and then this guy here, that line there maps to this one here, and this could be the last one. He goes in here. And wow, so 36 moves is what I could have done it in, and I counted 4 mistakes because, not that I positioned them incorrectly, I didn't orientate them the correct way, and it took me nearly 7, just 2 seconds under 7 minutes. Now again, I'm so tired after doing that. I could try that one again, or I can try a new version. Okay, so again, if I try the new version, it's random every time. Okay. So let me just introduce you at the end of this here, just to go back to the menu, okay? The thing about this whole menu system here is it's open. It's not like a linear progression of a game. In other words, it solves the differentiation problems that are caused in classrooms where some children in the classroom would be gifted and very able from a mathematics perspective to achieve, and then other children might struggle. So the idea about leaving the whole game open here with the different levels for you to choose is that a child who may struggle with maths can start off in the easy level, and at a time of their choosing they can move on to the medium levels of reflective or rotational, and then at their own choosing, at their own pace, they can move on to the harder levels. Whereas kids who may be gifted with maths or maybe more advanced with maths, they can jump right in at the easier medium level and quite quickly get to the harder level. And I've been playing this and demoing this game for the last, I don't know, 6-12 months or so in classrooms and schools in Australia and South Africa. And I can tell you now that there, 6 or 7 minutes is the typical average real brain twister. So from a classroom perspective, this application has been designed to allow a teacher to cater for all children for all abilities. And the last thing I'd just like to say is that on this level here, we've got a free play. And a free play allows the child to create shapes and patterns that they may find symmetrical. So from this perspective, let me get rid of that. From this perspective, they could make a pattern that's symmetrical around one line of symmetry. And that's this center line in the middle. Now, if the teacher says, okay, I want you to change that, I want you to make it into 4 lines of symmetry. Well, they could change that, drop that in there. drop that in there. Sorry, I'm not doing it wrong. There you go, and there. So now that's reflective on 4 lines of symmetry, or sorry, 2 lines of symmetry, the vertical and the horizontal. Okay, and they can refresh that, or they can take a picture of that and they can send that to their teacher. Okay, so that is Symmetry School. I'll just cancel this for a second. That's Symmetry School. Again, the English version, the Arabic version is not just a translation, it is a complete flip of the English version. To give an example, this is the English version. All the buttons are left ranging for the left to right learner. You go into the easy level here. The board is flipped, everything's flipped, the buttons are different because some of the symbols that we have in the Arabic world are different to the Western world. So we've catered for that. Let me go back to the main one here. And if I go into this here, so we have the question mark to give us information from the left to right. This is instructions. We have the refresh, we have the bullet points, and so on and so forth. So we hope you like it. We'd love to hear your feedback at the end of the pilot, and maybe let us know how you get on. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and we hope you enjoyed. By the way, we're on the end of the support line at any stage over the next 2 weeks or so. So please feel free to give us some feedback or questions or whatever. It all helps getting this into the classrooms. All right, thank you very much. Bye now.